Again, welcome back, and have to remind you to drop a like. It's free for you to drop a like, and if you do, more people will see this video because YouTube's algorithm will promote it. And what happens magically when more people see Bitcoin content? They will buy Bitcoin, and the money in your pocket will go up. So please drop a free like if you think that I've helped you, and you will magically be putting money in your own pocket. I wanted to follow up today's video with a sequel to my video about becoming more bored. And the point I wanted to make was, with all your drama in life and all of the low-level frequency, low-level angst that we have and low-level emotions, that easy, mediocre hypnosis, that's truly what it is it's something that's trying to fool you. It is a hypnosis. And it's trying to trick you. So those low-level petty arguments, that jealousy that you feel, those low-level easy emotions, because it's easy to tap into jealousy, it's easy to tap into anger and hate, but it's hard to override those things in the moment, in the heat of the moment. It's hard to override those things and be like, no, I'm going to do the smarter, logical, more reasonable thing, and I'm not going to talk badly about that person. I'm not going to listen to that gossip and that drama, even though it's almost like that salty bag of chips where I want to have more of that junk food and that snack and that ice cream and that sugar. It gives you an emotional dopamine rush when you're like, I want to give into that drama and hear about, what this person did to that other person, and they said this, and this person cheated on this person, and this person said this mean thing about this other person, and this person dislikes that person now, and they're not talking anymore. Those low-level frequency behaviors are like that junk food, and all it is a giant hypnosis. Like we've said before, it's a distraction. So for you to go more meta with it, I propose that maybe you should become more bored with those elements in life and more bored with that easy, just boring frequency. It really is just boring. It should not interest you. You should just put it down and be like, that doesn't interest me. That doesn't seem very appealing. That actually, to me, is not exciting to learn about low-level drama, mean sort of things. Another area I've noticed this with friends is, have you ever decided to yourself that you're going to become bored with heartache? Like you've sat around and you've cried your little eyes out in the corner like a little baby. And then at a certain point, you almost start to forget that situation happened. You no longer are in a situation where you're loving or hating that prior dating situation. You are just over it and you forget about the problems and you can put it down. You can put down that bag of rocks that you had on your back, those heavy boulders, and you start to become bored with that heartache. But it's almost from a place of you've stopped even thinking about it altogether, and it doesn't hold power over you anymore. You're not seething in anger, and you're not even feeling an overall too much of a strain that you're missing them too much. You're not loving or hating too much. You finally are completely independent, and it fades away like vapor, and you completely let go. It reminds me of when you were like a little baby and you lost a toy maybe, and that ruined your day. But then you had a nap, or the next morning, you didn't even remember the strong polarity of those emotions. So I propose that we all destroy the ego and become less tied up and less invested in these basic things. And you become bored with those problems. And from there, now that you have that time on your side, you've regained that time, maybe you can start to research more important things, more metaphysical things, and maybe Bitcoin, as we always come back to on this channel, maybe that's one of those things that you start to learn more about the technical aspects of Bitcoin or any other higher conscious education that you want to learn for yourself and start to unpack. But you get away from the easy, low-level drama. Remember, lightning, the concept of lightning, that existence in the universe, that occurrence in the universe, that force, that energy from the greater universe, lightning, it seeks the easiest path to the ground. It doesn't choose a path that gives it more resistance. Why would it do that? The laws of nature are perfect. So it chooses the easy path to the ground of least resistance. But as a human, since you have a logical reasoning brain, you don't always have to do the easily grounded thing. You can do a little bit more of the high conscious thing. So don't just take the low hanging fruit and find that path that gets to the ground easier. Maybe you can actually reject some of those easy paths and you can look for something that takes a little bit more brain power and more powers of deduction and high level, high frequency reasoning. So let me know what you think about what I've introduced. None of this makes me right. It's my theory, and I'd love to hear you challenge me. So let me know. Thanks.